Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Today I'm going to show you how I made some earrings. The supplies for this tutorial are listed in the description. I thought about trying to make some jewelry while I was working on the rainbow project. The idea was very simple in my head. All I had to do was cut out a crescent moon shape from the disc. I tried to use the Tinsnips, but I didn't have super great control while I was cutting. So I tried scissors too. I wasn't able to make the crescent shape I wanted. All I really did was make a mess. Of course, I had a backup plan if this didn't work. But I really wasn't feeling a Mosaic jewelry piece at the time. So I left the project for the day and just watched YouTube the rest of the evening. And then I came across some hair dye tutorials and I was suddenly inspired to dye my hair. Idea. Yes! Getting ready. Blue. Pink. Looking cool. Metal. And done. The next day I came back to the project and started cutting out my mosaic pieces. Once I thought I had enough pieces cut out, I started to arrange them in the shape that I wanted, which was a crescent moon. I think it took me about 30 minutes to arrange them to my satisfaction, and they looked like this. I then used a skinny nail to poke holes through the top pieces. Of course, I cracked them because they were so small, but they held together well enough so it didn't matter because I knew that I was gluing all of these onto a backing. I cut out a strip of fabric to glue the mosaic pieces onto. What I think I should have done that I didn't do here was arrange the pieces on the fabric and then traced around them to get that basic shape. And also maybe I should have cut off some of that extra fabric before I started gluing anything down. I made it rather hard on myself not having a guideline to follow while I was gluing down the pieces. And then, since I didn't have a guideline, I was so focused on making sure that the pieces were arranged properly that I didn't put enough glue down in between the pieces. So I had to go back and do that. Once the glue was all dried, I put down a quick layer of fabric paint to hold the pieces in place better. I put too much paint, so I had to wipe some away with a Q-tip. I waited for that to dry, and then I went to cut out my shapes. The reason I put the fabric paint down before I cut out these shapes was because I didn't think that the glue was holding the pieces on as well as I expected, and I didn't want them to fall off when I started cutting. So that's why I put that first layer of fabric paint on. But if I had cut out the shapes to begin with before I even started gluing, I only would have needed like one layer of the fabric paint instead of the two that I applied to my pieces. Basically, with that second layer of paint, I was just trying to clean up the edges. Once that was all dried, I got a safety pin to poke through the fabric where I had put the nail hole. I then threaded an eye pin through the back of the hole, and to the best of my ability, made an earring hook. It isn't fancy, but it works. And that's it. Enjoy your bling.